So already we have completed first chapter. I hope so that all have done the revision properly. So in the first chapter we have seen the balancing the equations, and we have seen the types of chemical changes, and we saw oxidation, reduction, corrosion and rancidity, and we have practiced exercise, in-text questions, board questions and some question bank questions. So by doing that practice, you will be confident in that chapter. Whatever question comes, you can write. Now, we are going to see the second chapter, acid, base and salts chapter. This chapter is, nowadays, it's so important. Why? Because nowadays all the people have become health concerned. They're taking care with their acidity. They're taking care about vitamin C. Vitamin C. What is that vitamin C? Most of the people are drinking the lemon juice. So all these are acids and bases, and if I'm suffering from BP, so doctor advised me not to take the salt. What is the salt? Table salt. So we every day we use this acid, base and salts in one way or the other way. And in future also, when you learn the chemistry, most of the chemicals are acids and most of the chemicals are bases and most of the chemicals are salts, and you will come across with different acids, different bases, different salts. So if you learn this chapter, you in future you will be very happy to understand the chemistry, and you will get the chemistry very easily. Okay, what are the contents we have in this particular chapter? In this chapter, we are having the indicators. Indicators means which are used to identify whether it is acid or base. And second, reactions of acid bases with different substances. And third, we are going to learn salts, family of salts. So these topics we are going to discuss in this chapter along with the pH and its importance. So now let me see the first topic, indicators. What are indicators? In our lower classes, we already have seen the litmus paper. Blue litmus paper, red litmus paper we have used. What does the blue litmus paper do? When you dip the blue litmus paper in the acid, that blue litmus paper turns to red. Red litmus paper, if you dip in the base, the red litmus paper turns to blue. So what is the conclusion we learned from there? Acid turns blue litmus paper to red. Bases turn red litmus paper to blue. This is the test that we learned in the lower classes. And so many natural indicators also there. Natural indicators, the best is turmeric. If you take the turmeric, this one, suppose you wash the turmeric and dip some, make it a paste and add some water and make it a paste and rub it on the paper, and you try to wash with the soap solution, you will find that the paper turns to red. Yes, turmeric responds to the bases. Whenever base is whenever you base is there, that base, whenever it come in contact with the turmeric, that turmeric turns to the red color. So we can come to know that that solution is the base. Not only turmeric, even cabbage also is a good natural indicator. Cabbage juice, we can use the cabbage juice to find out the natural indicators. Litmus solution, so this is also a natural indicator. Along with that, synthetic chemicals also we can use to find out the acid and base, mostly the phenolphthalein and methyl orange. Okay, litmus solution. What is that litmus solution? The blue litmus we use to test the acids. This blue litmus, in the litmus solution, if you add the drop of acid, it turns to red color. Then that solution is said to be acid. Take red litmus solution. If you add a pinch of base, that red litmus solution turns to blue. Like litmus paper, litmus solution. Let me discuss about synthetic indicators. Methyl orange and phenolphthalein. In methyl orange solution, if you add a drop of acid, if you add the acid, that methyl orange solution, it will turns to red. as we have added acid. So what we can conclude? Methyl orange solution turns to red when it is added in acidic medium, or in acidic medium methyl orange solution, that orange solution turns to red. Second, in basic solution, methyl orange solution, it turns to yellow. And phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein also in acidic medium it turns to red. In acidic medium it turns to colorless solution, and in base it turns to pink. So what we can say, a phenolphthalein solution acidic medium it turns to be colorless. Phenolphthalein solution in basic medium it will become pink. So now in our textbook they have given a chart. Please fill the table and find out what colors will be changed. Next, some indicators are there. Basing on the smell, we can find out whether it is acid or base. Such indicators are called olfactory indicators. They change their smell in acids or bases. They change their smell in acids or bases. Olfactory indicators. So blind people can use these olfactory indicators to identify the acids and bases. So 3 olfactory indicators I want to share with you. That is onion, chopping onion, and second vinegar, and third clove oil. They have the different smell and we can smell it before testing it. So that smell, or onion chopping oil smell also we can feel it. But what the thing is, in acidic medium, these 3 will not change their smell. The smell will remain like that only. But in basic medium, all 3 will lose their smell. So now how we can come to know that whether that one is an acid or base? If it did not change the smell, then it may be acid. If it has lost its smell, definitely it would be a base. So basing on the smell or odor, if we can identify whether it is acid or base, such indicators we will call it as olfactory indicators. This is the content. I hope so that you have understood how to identify the acids or base basing on the content. Once again, I'll repeat it. Litmus solution, acid changes blue litmus to red. Next, acid changes methyl orange solution to red. Acid changes phenolphthalein to colorless. Bases changes red litmus to blue. Bases changes methyl orange solution to yellow. Phenolphthalein changes bases changes phenolphthalein to pink. Phenolphthalein solution to pink. Got it now? And olfactory indicators, in acidic medium there is no change in the smell, but in basic medium they lose their smell. Now let us see what are the in-text and exercise questions are there. Here we will find that no exercise question are there, but in board examination, in other chapters when they are discussing about certain compound, they use this particular content. Such a solution, some solution is there, we turn to be red. They will mention in the question. This particular point will be the part of the question and they are asked there. So you may not get direct questions from this particular topic, but linked up questions with the other chemistry chapters. So we need to be good in this particular chapter. And next, only one in-text question is there. That question is given like this. You have been provided with 3 test tubes. One of them contains distilled water and the other 2 contain an acidic solution and basic solution respectively. If you are given only the red litmus paper, how will you identify the contents of each test tube pen? Nana, you see that all the approximately colorless, you can think that. So you cannot identify which one is acid, which one is distilled water, which one is base. But you have only litmus paper. You do one thing. Insert litmus paper in all the 3 test tubes. All the 3 test tubes. In one of the test tube, you will find that red litmus paper will turn to blue. So that solution is base. You separate it. Now 2 solutions are there. Now this blue colored litmus paper, you dip in both. In one of the solution, you will find that it turns to red. Where it turned to red, that is acid, the other one is the distilled water. Got it? So I'm going to give the some of the question bank questions. So please practice those questions that will make you comfort in this particular topic. That whatever the topic I have explained along with the intake